Welcome to ComeOnIndia.com website. Current Affairs video lecture. Today's date is August 15th, 2015. Let's see the important topics. First one is 51 Eridani B. What is that? Why it came in the news recently? It is a newly discovered Jupiter-like exoplanet. The word exoplanet is important. Exoplanet means the planet located outside our solar system. 51 Eridani B is discovered by using a instrument called as Gemini Planet Imager. Gemini Planet Imager. It is located in the Gemini South Telescope in the Chile. Chile is a country in South America. This planet orbits the star called as 51 Eridani. It is equal to our Sun. "51 Eridani is one of the best stars for imaging the young planets. It's important for the prelims examination that it's important for imaging the young planets. As you know, 51 Eridani B is discovered by using the Gemini imaging technique. And also you know that Kepler telescope is also used to discover the exoplanets. Then let's compare the Kepler based exoplanet detection with the Gemini Planet Imager. Is the mechanism is same or different? It is important for the prelims that Kepler is coming in the news almost on daily basis, and also Gemini Planet Imager also coming in the news. So let's compare the mechanism or principle involved behind the functioning of the both. Kepler telescope is based on the shadow formed when a planet passes in front of the star. Let's understand the concept with the help of the image. Now let's understand the functioning of Kepler telescope. Kepler telescope. Consider this as a star. As you know, all the planets orbit around the star in an elliptical manner. When exoplanet orbits its own star, it moves in this direction. When a exoplanet moves in front of the star, a shadow is formed when Kepler telescope is viewed from here. So based on the size of the shadow, we can understand the characteristics of the exoplanet, its size, its density, etc. It's about functioning of the Kepler telescope. Now let's compare the Kepler telescope functioning with the Gemini imaging project, Gemini imaging technique. In this Gemini imaging technique, astronomers block the light reaching the exoplanet. Then exoplanet is checked for its glowness, for its glow. How much light exoplanet emits after blocking the light reaching from its own star. Here we need not to know about how scientists block the light, how it functions. We need the simple concept. So for our exam purpose, this concept will be enough. Kepler telescope based on the shadow and Gemini imaging technique is based on the glowness of the exoplanet. Now let's discuss the second topic of the day is polyhydroxy alkanoates. polyhydroxy alkanoates and plastic degrading bacteria. What are polyhydroxy alkanoates? They are linear polyesters. How it is produced? It is produced in nature by bacterial fermentation of the sugar or lipids. It is an important prelims point. It is produced by bacterial fermentation of sugar or lipids. Why it was in news recently? Recently, scientists from Kerala discovered six bacterial strains which can utilize the lipids and sugar and ferment. After fermentation, these bacterial strains convert the lipids or sugars into polyhydroxy alkanoates. Then it can help to replace the plastics that produced from the petroleum products. At present, what kind of plastic that we are using? It is a petrochemical based plastics that we are using. It is the environmentally damaging material. Even if you put the plastic in the environment, it will take decades to degrade. It damages the soil. But if we move to polyhydroxy alkanoate based plastics, it's an environment friendly plastic, and it can replace the petrochemical based plastics. It's a mechanism behind the polyhydroxy alkanoates. So polyhydroxy alkanoates are a class of biodegradable polymers. That's why it is called as environment friendly. It can substitute synthetic plastics. Recently, a scientist called R.M. Smitha works in the Malabar Botanical Garden and Institute for Plastic Sciences located in the Kozhikode, isolated 6 strains of bacteria that are capable of breaking down the plastic into biodegradable polymers. In recent times, polyhydroxy alkanoates emerged as an environment-friendly alternative to the petrochemical-based plastics. The polyhydroxy alkanoate topic is very important for the prelims examination, so prepare well on this topic. As you know, in many water bodies in India, waterweed spreads, and the concept of eutrophication, probably you know, eutrophication. In this picture, you can see the many water weeds spreading over the water body. It blocks the entry of sunlight, first point. Second, it consumes most of the oxygen available in the water body. Because of that, fishes are not able to get the adequate oxygen, and in the slow course of time, fishes starts dying. After that, because of the decomposition, the bad smell comes from this water body, and this kind of situation is called as eutrophication. Now we will link this concept with the current discovery of 6 strains and how the 6 strains can help to avoid this kind of situation. This bacteria produces more polyhydroxy alkanoates when they feed on water weeds. So we can allow the bacteria to feed on water weeds, and we can produce polyhydroxy alkanoates, and from this we can produce the plastics which are environment friendly. One benefit, and second benefit is that we can solve the problem of water weed because bacteria feeds on it. So by using the same bacteria we can solve the two problems. Now let's see the third topic of the day is India-Russia space cooperation. As you know, ISRO is the Indian Space Agency. It's called as Indian Space Research Organization, and Roscosmos is the name of the Russian Federal Space Agency. The year 2015 marks the 40th anniversary of the space cooperation between India and Russia. 40 years before, Russia put into the space India's first experimental satellite called as Aryabhatta in 1975. So 40 years before, from 1975. From 1975 onwards, our cooperation with Russia in the space sector increased many-fold. After launching Aryabhatta, Russia launched many Indian satellites into space. For example, Bhaskara, IRS-1A, and first Indian astronaut into the space in the Soviet Soyuz T-11. And another important development is in 1990s, India and Russia signed GSLV Technology Transfer Pact, but it could not be materialized due to the geopolitics at the time. Recently, ISRO and Roscosmos both signed a memorandum of understanding on the space cooperation. It covers wide-ranging areas because, as you know, India and Russia celebrate 2015 as a 40th anniversary of space relationship. The wide-ranging areas include development of the semi-cryogenic engine technology. Semi-cryogenic engine technology, it is very important for the prelims examination 2016 or 15 as well. So prepare well on this topic. It is a future technology, so very important. And second area of cooperation is navigation. As you know, India and Russia both have navigation satellite system. India's navigation satellite system is called as IRNSS, Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. It is our regional fleet of our navigation system. It covers South Asia. GLONASS, GLONASS. GLONASS is Russia's global navigation satellite system. It covers the entire world. It is equal to the GPS or Global Positioning System of USA. It is a very important for the prelims examination. The important countries and their navigation satellite system. If you take US, it is a GPS for USA and GLONASS for Russia. And Galileo for European Union, IRNSS for India, and for China's it is the Baidu is a China's navigation satellite system. Other areas of cooperation between India and Russia in the space sector are India's human space program, outer space program, development of the space systems, space training and scientific exchanges. It's all about India-Russia Space Cooperation 40th Anniversary celebrations. The last topic of the today is semi-cryogenic launch vehicle. Semi-cryogenic launch vehicle. As you know, at present we have two satellite launch vehicles, PSLV, that is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, and GSLV, that is Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle. Before PSLV, we have ASLV, that is Augmented Satellite Launch Vehicle. At present, it is not functioning. Now, PSLV is the main engine of the satellite launch vehicle. Now we are developing GSLV Mark III as a future engine. Apart from GSLV Mark III, we are trying to develop a technology called semi-cryogenic launch vehicle. It is ISRO's new generation third rocket program after PSLV and GSLV. For prelims examination, the important point is that what is the fuels used in the semi-cryogenic launch vehicle? That is very important. It will use space grade kerosene and liquid oxygen. Kerosene and liquid oxygen as a fuel. Please remember the two important fuels for the prelims examination. What is the importance of this technology? Because it will help us to launch spacecraft weighing 6 to 10 tons to the height of 36,000 kilometers. The 36,000 kilometer distance is very important. It is a geosynchronous orbit. The important prelims point here is that in the geosynchronous orbit at the height of 36,000 kilometers, communication satellites are placed. Communication satellites are placed there. So at present, by using GSLV, we can launch only 1 to 2 tons to this orbit. If semi-cryogenic launch vehicle becomes operational, we can launch 6 to 10 tons of the satellite weight. This vehicle will double the lifting power of GSLV and triple that of the PSLV. The another important prelims point is that at present only two countries have the semi-cryogenic engine technology. One is Russia and another one is USA. If India develops this technology soon, we will become a third country in the world to have such technology. Thank you for watching this current affairs video lecture, and share our website, that is www.commandindia.com, to your friends and help us to grow more. Thank you.